Hello and welcome to our news edition. Head of State Abdelkader bin Saleh received today here in Algiers the credentials of several ambassadors at the premises of the Presidency of the Republic. The head of state received the new ambassador of the Tunisian Republic, Shafiq Haji, who conveyed the President Qais Said's greeting and his best wishes of progress and prosperity to the Algerian people, reiterating the new Tunisian leadership determination to raise the strategic relations and cooperation between the two countries in various fields. Abdelkader bin Saleh then received the new ambassador of the Republic of Cuba, Armando Vergara Bueno, who handed him his credentials and expressed his pride to be in Algeria, which maintains strong relations of friendship and historical cooperation with his country. The head of state also received the new ambassador of Canada, Christopher Wilkie, who also presented his credentials and recalled the friendship ties linking the two countries for many years. Then he received the new ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mohamed Abdullah Mabdul, who handed his credentials and indicated that this meeting was an opportunity for him to highlight the strong relations between the two countries since independence. Finally, head of state Abdelkader bin Saleh received the new ambassador of the Republic of Kenya, Peter Kitana Ngore, who submitted his credentials and expressed happiness to be present in Algeria, committing to reinforce the historical relations linking the two friendly countries.
As part of the monitoring of the state of advance of the Armed Forces Development Plan and as part of his work and inspection visits to the military regions and Armed Forces Commands, Deputy National Defense Minister, National People's Army, AMP Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Ahmed Gaid Salah, today paid a work and inspection visit to the command of the Republican Guard. At the start and after the welcome ceremony, the AMP Chief of Staff, accompanied by Lieutenant General Ben Ali, Commander of the Republican Guard, observed a moment of silence to the memory of martyr Mohammed Bilwizdad and laid a wreath of flowers to the foot of a commemorative stone and recited the Fatiha, or opening chapter of the Holy Quran. Then the Deputy Defense Minister held a meeting with the personnel of the Republican Guard, during which he made a guidance speech in which he underlined that the popular demonstrations across the country reflect the high degree of maturity among the children of Algeria and their awareness of the machinations, plots and conspiracies being planned against it. Ahmed Gaid Salah said that the meeting comes as part of the major importance they grant to the promotion of operational and combat capacities of our armed forces, and a few days after the celebration by Algeria of 65th anniversary of the glorious November Revolution, our greatest national festival. The Deputy Defense Minister indicated that the Algerian people, supported by their army, which accompanied them in sincere and constant way in their peaceful move to achieve their legitimate aspirations, have accomplished enormous advances toward the materialization of the people's will, while hailing the efforts of all dedicated men in the different state institutions, including the National People's Army, efforts that deserve the recognition of all. Ahmed Gaid Salah recalled the despicable machinations which targeted Algeria and which was discovered thanks to the awareness of the National People's Army and the Algerian people. He said in this respect that the AMP's historical position, which stood by the side of the people and preserved the state and its institutions, presenting objective and rational solutions to overcome this crucial phase, did not suit the enemies of Algeria inside and outside the country. Enemies who know that the union and cohesion between the people and the army are the guarantor of our country's security. Following the meeting, the Deputy Defense Minister listened to statements and suggestions from the executives and personnel, who reiterated their permanent commitment in all circumstances to accomplish their missions with will and determination. Then the AMP Chief of Staff inaugurated the Music School of the Republican Guard Command, where he visited classrooms and laboratories of foreign languages.
The European Union non-binding resolution adopted by show of hands, in which the European MPs wanted to interfere in Algeria's internal affairs, is an infringement of Algeria's internal affairs and sovereignty. Deputy National Defense Minister, National People's Army Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Ahmed Gaid Salah, expressed with great firmness his utter rejection of what he called an interference in Algerians' domestic affairs. He said that Algeria is free and sovereign in the making of its own decisions and won't under any circumstances accept any diktat nor any kind of intrusion. For his part, the Minister of Communication, Government Spokesman and Acting Minister of Culture, Hassan Rabhi, warned that Algeria, as institutions and people, admits no attempt to interfere in its domestic affairs, calling on different partners to respect this principle. Hassan Rabhi said that it is universally acknowledged in the spirit of the EU and all our foreign partners that Algeria is committed to the principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries. For the interim chairman of the Council of the Nation, Salah Goujil, he denounced all foreign interference in Algeria's interior affairs. National organizations, including the National War Veterans Organization and National Union of Algerian Peasants, also rejected and denounced any foreign interference in the internal affairs of the country.
Prime Minister Noordin Bedoui today received here in Algiers visiting Spanish Interior Minister Fernando Grande Carrasca. The Spanish Interior Minister also held talks with his Algerian counterpart, Salahuddin Dahmoun, on issues of common concern. The Spanish official expressed his country's support for the election process of December 12th. He further noted that the current situation prevailing in Algeria is an internal matter. As part of the ongoing election campaign for the December 12th presidential election, candidate Abdelaziz Belaid yesterday led a meeting in the province of Louat in southern Algeria. He stressed the importance of voting, adding that the minds left by the band and the corrupt people are not only Algerian, but there are also foreign hands who try to harm Algeria. He called on all Algerians to go ahead massively to the polls on December 12th to get the country out of the current crisis. In front of his supporters in the province of Bouira, candidate Ali Benflis called for serene election, far from all forms of violence, stressing the importance of dialogue and the respect of opposite opinions. He reaffirmed in this respect that the presidential election can help face up to difficulties and bail the country out of this crisis. Ali Benflis promised in case of victory to bring Algerians together, including those who reject elections. Candidate Abdelkader Ben Grina committed in the municipality of Oumaria in the province of Medea to promoting national reconciliation and that they will not make any distinction between Algerians unless on issues of loyalty, stability and security of the country. The Free candidate Abdelmajid Tebboune hosted a meeting in the province of Ain Dafla, west of Algiers. He also underlined the necessity to go to the polls because it remains the only way to save the country from all plagues and dangers and ensure its stability. Hosted a meeting in the province of Constantine in eastern Algeria, Azdin Mihoubi committed to reform the higher education system so as to revive the role of the university in the country's socio-economic development.
And that's it for our news roundup. Thanks for joining us. Good night.